Have you ever spent hours perfecting your resume, only to hear nothing back? Here's something that many people don't realize. For many recruiters, your resume isn't the end of the application. It's only the beginning. One of the first things that many employers do after they read your resume is search for you online. And what they discover on LinkedIn can either strengthen your application or raise questions. My friend, the Australian labour market is becoming more competitive. That doesn't mean there are no more opportunities. It means employers are becoming more selective. Generic resumes and generic LinkedIn profiles are becoming less effective. Today, I want to show you how professionals use LinkedIn strategically to build opportunities, develop networks, and demonstrate credibility before they even walk you into the interview. One of the biggest reasons I encourage people to use LinkedIn is because of the hidden job market. Many recruiters and headhunters now advertise opportunities directly through LinkedIn, rather than relying solely on traditional job boards such as Seek or Indeed. Now, that doesn't mean you should stop using those platforms. Use them all strategically. Different employers recruit in different ways. One thing you might not be aware of that LinkedIn also allows you to follow job categories and receive notifications when new job opportunities are available. It also includes the Open to Work feature, which recruiters actively use when searching for candidates. If you're currently employed, think carefully about how that setting is configured and who can see it. One of the biggest benefits on LinkedIn is that it helps you move from being completely unknown to becoming familiar before you meet someone. It turns cold introductions into warm conversations. Over the last 10 to 15 years, I've seen LinkedIn evolve dramatically. It's no longer just where you upload resumes, it's become a professional information network. For me, I use LinkedIn to learn, follow industry leaders, read articles, identify emerging trends, and understand what professionals are talking about. Your LinkedIn feed becomes your professional newspaper, but you need to be intentional in who you follow. Not every connection adds value. Curate your network so that your feed helps you to grow professionally. It's important to understand that when someone visits your LinkedIn profile, they're forming an impression of you before they even speak to you. Your profile photo should present you as approachable and professional. Your banner is your billboard. It should immediately communicate what you stand for. Your headline shouldn't simply repeat your job title. It should explain the value you create. Your About section should simply answer one question. Why should somebody connect with you? One of the bigger changes we're seeing in today's labour market is that employers are becoming more selective. Qualifications will no longer be enough. Generic applications are becoming less effective. Employers want evidence. So don't just simply describe yourself as motivated, hardworking, or passionate. You need to show people. And in order to do that, think about sharing any projects you've done, any presentations you've made, articles you've written, videos you've developed, any new qualifications you've received, any achievements you've made, any testimonials you've received from clients or colleagues, and any workplace outcomes that you've created. Your LinkedIn profile should help people see the evidence behind your capability. So whenever I've shortlisted candidates, I almost always review their LinkedIn profile. The first thing I'm checking for is consistency. Does the LinkedIn profile support what the resume says? Sometimes I've discovered projects, professional discussions, or complementary skills that weren't included in the resume. And those additional insights have occasionally changed my opinion about a candidate. I also notice mutual professional connections. Sometimes I'll contact someone I know and trust to better understand what it's like working with that individual. Now, that's not replacing a formal reference, It's recognizing that professional reputations matter. LinkedIn isn't about collecting thousands of connections. It's about building professional relationships. And one suggestion here, once a year, review your network. Ask yourself, who should I reconnect with? Who no longer aligns with where I'm heading? And who should I build relationships over the next 5 years? And it's super important to remember, LinkedIn isn't Facebook. It isn't Instagram. Its purpose is different. People are there to learn, solve problems, network, build businesses, and develop careers. So if you're going to post, add value, share an insight, write an article, create a short video, and comment thoughtfully. Be known for contributing, not simply consuming. As AI becomes better at creating generic content, your judgment, experience, integrity, relationships, and professional insights become even more valuable. Use AI to improve your communication, but don't use it to replace your thinking. One group that can benefit enormously from LinkedIn is international students. In many countries, LinkedIn isn't used the same way as it is in Australia. So for international students, when you arrive here, LinkedIn can help you build a professional network in a shorter period of time. You can connect with Australian professionals, follow employers, join industry discussions, and begin building relationships before you've secured your first local role. The same applies if you're changing careers. Your next opportunity often comes from the network you've built before you actually need it. This week, I'd encourage you to review your LinkedIn profile. Ask yourself, is my photo professional? Does my banner communicate what I stand for? Does my headline explain the value I create? Am I providing evidence instead of simply making claims? Is my network helping me the career that I want? And am I contributing to my profession? Look at choosing one area to improve this week. Small improvements made consistently creates significant professional opportunities over time. If you're looking for examples in how to lay out your LinkedIn profile, feel free to come and see mine. I'll add the description down below. Otherwise, there are many others who have great profiles on the platform. All you need to do is just take a little bit of time to have a look. Now, if today's discussion has made you think differently about LinkedIn and you're still unclear on your career, I'd encourage you to complete my free career readiness assessment. It's designed to help you understand where you are today and identify practical areas to strengthen before making your career move. If you're looking for a more structured approach, I also use the EWB Career Clarity Framework with my coaching clients to help them build long-term career strategies. You'll find the link to the Career Readiness Assessment in the description below. If you found today's video helpful, I'd love to know, what's one part of LinkedIn that you're struggling with the most? Leave your answer in the comments. I read your comments and they help inspire me to build other videos in the future. Now, if you're serious about improving your chances of getting interviews, I'd also recommend watching my previous episode, Why Your Resume Isn't Getting Interviews. It's one of the most frustrating things when you're trying to look for a new job or change careers. The tips in that video may help you to finally get those interviews that you need. Click on the video on your screen and I'll see you there.